7 p.m. And normally I go, Niners! 7 p.m. across the Niner Empire, and it's time for you and me to talk about what just happened in this last week. The dust is still flying. 49ers have made all kind of changes. Kyle style. And the reason I call it Kyle style, I was just talking to some folks that aren't here. I was saying Kyle didn't pick out a lot of the sexy picks, but he picked out the highly functional picks, the people that are going to be able to contribute and play a role in his offense. I'm telling you right now, this man is going to change the face of the NFL. Everything is going to change soon because the things Kyle does are done with good sense. He picked out. He's gonna set this team up with the same blueprint of success that took him to the Super Bowl last year. You can already see it. When you look at Garcon, who do you think of? You think of Sanu. When you look at Goodwin, who do you think of? That ankle breaking Taylor Gabriel. Now the quarterback situation is another thing, and they addressed a couple of things you can see obviously, but there's some other things. Quarterback situation. I mean, Hoyer is not going to be Matty Ryan or Matty Ice. Matty Ryan, he is not. All right, and we still need a Julio, but we still got the draft coming up. Oh, it's just the head can just explode from what's anticipating what's going to happen next. But anyway, go ahead and go to Charles. Charles, come on in, man.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, Charles. Well, Charles, you were about to ask a question just before we got ready to get started. What is that question?
Well, I said, what would you rate the overall? What would you rate the overall transaction of all of the players
so far? Right.
And yeah, so far.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many players we're going to sign, but I think we're up to 9 right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could be wrong, but we're up to 9 right now. But I don't know. I would rate it as 6,
I missed that last part, Charles. You're gonna rate it?
Huh?
Did you give a rating? I missed that last part. It broke up a little bit.
Yeah, I would between 1 through 10.
Yeah.
I would rate it. I rate it a 7.
All right.
I think we filled some holes. I didn't know how we were going to fill those. Striker position, the wide receiver position, the quarterback position. I think we got good value for the 2 quarterbacks that we got. We have one that is, Brian Hoyer, who's established, and we have the other
Matt Barkley.
The other guy.
That's Matt Barkley.
The guy from USC.
That's Matt Barkley. There you go.
We got Matt Barkley, and I like Matt. I've always liked Matt Barkley. I thought he was underrated when he came out. I think he got enough attention because of his age, and so I'm kind of glad we got Matt Barkley. I think he could play, and I'm excited to have him on the team. So I would rate it a 7.
All right.
And that's the question I pose for anybody. What would you rate what they've done already?
Me personally, yeah, I'm right. I gave him an 8, and I gave him an 8 so far because of the fact is I can see they're following a plan. They're not just pulling people out just because they're available, but they got plans, and like I say, that blueprint that I can see they're going to follow. Because and you look at Patrick DeMarco out of Atlanta, who I thought was automatically coming to the fullback, automatically coming over from Atlanta to San Francisco. Patrick went to Buffalo, and he ain't making no money. He says, "Oh, Patrick, you're making how much? $8 million or something like that?" And then they paid for the same amount. God, he is only getting $20 million to that dude. I ain't even going to try to pronounce his name. We call him the Juice. Man, the fullback comes over from the Ravens. The guy they call the OW. So I said, man, I can't wait to see this guy in action. I've been watching film because I didn't know nothing about him before we picked him up. I'm a huge Juice fan now. Huge. This dude is amazing.
So who does he remind you of?
Shoot. You know what? He's a little better than Bruce Bruce Miller, don't you think? And you know, he really reminds me of the way he rams through people and makes those great. He's more of a Gronkowski to me. As I keep watching, a smaller version of Gronkowski light. This dude runs through people like crazy. You can line him up on the line of scrimmage. You can put him in a tight end position. You can put him behind the line and let him run the ball. I says, this dude, man, I can see why they call him the OW. They're gonna be able to plug him.
Okay, I got you.
Plug him in all kinds of ways. So yeah. Of course, Bruce had that kind of talent too, but this guy seems a little bit more boom. You know what I mean? Just more bam. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Charles.
This is gonna be a very interesting team, and I think all America is gonna. Everybody's sitting up in their seats now, and they're trying to see what the San Francisco 49er machine is going be like, and I can't wait, especially if we get Myles Garrett. That right there, Lord have mercy. I can't even imagine what it'd be like getting either Mitch Trubisky or Myles Garrett. I think it'll be really interesting.
And they got the leverage.
I think Mitch Trubisky could start from day one.
Really? You think he'd be that ready?
I think he's ready. When you see his tape, I think he could start from day one. I think it's healthy to give him a year, but I think he could start from day one because he already has, his mechanics are down, his football IQ, and I think he's gifted to play the quarterback position in the National Football League. He wouldn't be rated number one if he wasn't.
True. I know. I agree with that. The thing is, Kyle's system is so complicated, though. I'm talking 15-word titles. I said, what kind of play? And in that case, a rookie might be a little blown away. But we don't know. I don't know what his aptitude is. I don't know his IQ level. I don't know if he's really how sharp he is. But maybe he could catch on quickly. He may have to anyway. So, it's going to be one of those things.
He reminds me of Tony Romo. He kind of looks like him.
Yeah, he got that. Yeah, they do look well. I didn't thought about that. Charles, we got a few folks waiting. Charles, let me move on here. And
all right,
all right, Charles. Appreciate you calling. Let me go to area code. It's 856 out of Vinland, New Jersey. Hello, New Jersey. Hello. Yay! What is your name?
Jose, what's up, Ronbo?
Jose, man, I'm just kicking back and checking out the aftermath of what happened last week, man. What are you thinking?
I love it, man. We got my favorite piece of this is Malcolm Smith. Everybody talking about we need a linebacker. We finally got one that can cover that we can put aside Navarro Bowman. Like, that's exactly what we needed. And you really think about it, we still got Ray Armstrong coming off an injury.
True.
You know what I mean? I love it. Like, Pierre Garcon is a great pickup. He reminds me of a young Boulder. Like, Pierre Garcon is great. Hands, he can catch the ball.
Mm-hmm. You can depend on him.
He doesn't create too much separation, but he can catch, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we need.
Yeah. And, and Kyle's, you notice in Kyle's system, you notice how guys are wide open. You watch the Super Bowl or any of the games and playoffs, wide receivers are wide open all the time. And I saw that in Kelly's system a lot too, but Kyle's system seems to be ridiculous as receivers are open. And then again, he's got a system where the quarterback throws guys open, but still, I says, man, this is interesting.
And just imagine, Ronbo, Marquise Goodwin in that system, how fast he is.
I know. Him and Taylor, same speed, 4.27. So, they say that Marquise doesn't run route quite as razor sharp as Taylor. But, when you're that fast, Taylor.
When he's that fast, man,
ain't nobody can stay with him.
He's going to get open somehow. Mm-hmm. We got to get on the ball. He's too fast.
I hope Richard Sherman gets the coverage. Rich hates small, fast dudes.
I got a couple questions. I was thinking about it at work.
Yeah.
Remember when we played the Giants in the NFC Championship?
Yeah,
Kyle Williams fumbled the ball.
I mean, every time I get reminded of that, it breaks me down.
Breaks me down. But Ronbo, look at the defense that we had. Everybody talking about, oh, we need a quarterback. We had Alex Smith at quarterback.
Yeah.
But we're missing a player like Aldon Smith.
Yeah.
Aldon Smith was bringing the pressure. Justin Smith was bringing the pressure. We had Ray McDonald on the other side. Ahmad Brooks was great. We got to get that pass rush back. That's why if we can get Myles Garrett, that'd be great. But if not, I say we grab Solomon Thomas.
See, you and me are on that Stanford page, man. I'm telling you right now. I do love me some Solomon Thomas. Somebody already gave me some bad reports on Solomon. I ain't trying to hear that, though. Because every time Solomon takes plays off, I said, man, when? Because I thought I was watching him. I didn't see Solomon taking no plays off. Looked like he had to be contained between snaps.
And the crazy part about it is, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Until I was watching one of your shows and somebody said Solomon Thomas. Let me see who this guy is.
Film.
If you watch it, he was all over Money Mitch. Trubisky, he was all over him.
He's all over everybody. The dude is crazy,
all
man.
Over anybody. That's what we need.
He ain't scared, man. And he talks. I always love trash talking dudes who are good. And Solomon says, the first thing I do is go out there and not terrorize offensive linemen. I'll let him know that I'm going to be in his face all day long.
I love to hear that. Imagine if we got that 24/7.
I know.
Coming after the passer every down. Then you got DeForest Buckner. Yeah. You got Eric. Let me remind everybody, Eric Armstead he wasn't healthy all year round. He's going to be bringing the heat. And then we still in, mind you, the free agency ain't even over yet.
Oh yeah.
We might grab another piece. We done got. I forgot how many people we done got already.
Somewhere around 9.
Is that crazy, man?
Yeah. Because they had big void to cover. They had to cover 18 people because you know what? They didn't sign a lot of people that left. Free agents left and they just said bye. Except for maybe Curley was the only guy they brought back so far. And then they got unrestricted free agents that can go out and make it. No, restricted free agents. They can go out and make deals. But if the 49ers want to match the deal, they got to come on back, But otherwise, they told everybody goodbye. It will start all over.
And I love it because I feel as though we really don't need it. We had a good team. It's just that we got killed with injuries.
Yeah. In 2014.
You got Eric Rodgers coming back. Nobody knows what he's about to do. Let me remind everybody that he like 6'3", 6'4". We got DeAndre Smeltzer. Nobody knows what he can do.
Yeah.
He played like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. Did he? No, he didn't play that many.
I think we're done. I don't think we really need that big of a. I think we need a number 1.
Yeah.
If we get Corey Davis or Mike Williams, that'd be good too.
Well, see, everybody's got Corey Davis and Mike on the mind. But we got Adam Peters, who's one of the best college scouts in the country. He may see yet another Julio clone. Because, that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
They're looking for that third type of Julio.
What's that guy's name? I think he's going to be good. Yeah, I think he's like 6'2". I think his name is Cup or something like that.
Cooper Kupp.
Oh. Yeah, I think he's going to be a monster.
He's got no speed, but Cooper's always open. That dude runs route. I understand he could hold a clinic on how to hold routes and how to run routes.
Yeah.
So we're going to see on Cooper.
That matters, man.
I could see him actually, he's a big dude. He runs great routes. He's surrounded by speed.
We can get him they talking about he might go in the 3rd round. We can grab him up.
As an idea. And he comes in, and first thing you know, he earns himself a big-time job. You want a big, intimidating guy to add to this group, though, so, we'll see.
Man, it's crazy because I'm surprised because the Niners, they ain't signed we signed Pierre Garcon, but I thought they was going to go all in on Terrell, Pryor, something like that.
Jose, you know what? Somebody's playing the music. We enjoyed that. Jose, go ahead and wrap it up because I got to move on. We got a bunch of people here, but I appreciate you calling in. But go ahead, finish that last thought.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Jose. We'll talk to you next. Hey, Jose, you know about Mondays? Man, we got Red and Gold Radio. Come on back, will you?
All right, no problem.
All right, bro.
See you then.
Have a good night.
All right.
Let's go to Leo. Leo.
Ronbo.
Yo, what's up, Leo?
Hey, 2 quick things. First of all, hey, do you have your phone?
Do I have my phone?
Yeah.
No, I actually don't. But,
I just sent you this thing on Instagram. It was Goodwin and Robinson were just tweeting at each other about OTAs.
I've been watching that. I've been watching that battle for the last 2 days. On Twitter, it's raging. I'm telling you, that's going to be. I would give anything to be in camp for opening day. When they, man, that's going to be funny. Rashard Robinson versus Marquise Goodwin. That is going to be hysterically funny. Them dudes are shooting serious wolf cookies at each other. So I don't know. They got to realize they're on the same team.
Too, until they're tired.
Huh?
They're going to keep going and going too until they get tired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and somebody said, I think it was Goodwin who said, iron sharpens, no, steel, is it iron sharpens iron or steel sharpens steel? Anyway, since they'll be going at each other so hard, they'll make each other better. I like that idea. I like that. Because if Rashard can keep up with Goodwin.
What were you saying?
Because if Rashard can keep up with Goodwin all day, there ain't nobody in the league he can't keep up with. Because that dude is all about speed. And if Goodwin can get rid of Rashard, he can probably get rid of pretty much Sherman and anybody else as well. So I like that matchup. All day, every day. Good. But you go ahead.
Hey, what about the draft, the preseason signings? I feel like we're shaping since we've gone offense heavy. I think that's gonna influence what we're trying to say about who we're gonna draft, because I'm saying we got he's getting a lot of tight ends and quarterbacks already. So I was thinking maybe shaping the draft to get Garrett or Jonathan Allen.
Could be, because the thing is we don't know what Cleveland's gonna do. What is Cleveland gonna do with Garrett? Are they gonna take him? Are they gonna go ahead and get Trubisky? Because it's a risk to think you can get Trubisky at number 12. So are you gonna get him at number 1 and then get somebody else at number 12? Or are they gonna fool everybody and get Deshaun Watson? Because see, it's always that guy that doesn't get talked about that comes out of nowhere in the draft and gets picked up. Remember Eric Reed? The 49ers hadn't said a word about Eric Reed in that year. Not a word. Somebody mentioned something a couple of times, but nobody was serious. They were talking about all kinds of other guys. Pick up Eric Reed, first pick. I said, what? So, the games that people are playing right now, GMs do it every year. And in this case, Hugh Jackson's doing it too, I think. We don't know. He said nice things about Trubisky. He said a little bit about Myles Garrett. Who's he really want? Is he going to go ahead and trade his number 1 pick to Buffalo and get Garoppolo? And then, of course, that leaves Garrett to us. Will the 49ers take Garrett, or will they trade Garrett down to get more picks? It's crazy, man. I just don't know.
So I'm thinking they're going to get Garrett with that number 1. They're going to wait and get Watson at 12.
Watson at 12? You think Cleveland? Because they might be able to get Watson at 12. But what a risk. If you're going to get a quarterback, it's a risk.
They've already got Osweiler right now. I don't see them cutting him.
Osweiler? When you have Osweiler, you don't have anybody. Osweiler, I think they want to trade Osweiler. But they can't get any deals. Nobody wants him. He's got that huge contract, and he sucks. I'm a Tyler, man. Tyler's supposed to say, he doesn't suck, Ronbo. Osweiler is terrible, okay? That's why he's getting moved around. Go ahead, I didn't hear you.
So what were you saying?
No, I was talking about Cleveland has Osweiler, but they're trying to move him or cut him. So that's the story on him.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep him, but I don't see anybody else who's going to want to get him unless they cut him. But
yeah.
I just think they're going to get Garrett at 1. I think they're going to get Watson at 12. And I'll shape it for Jonathan Allen or Solomon Thomas.
Which would make more sense. Why run the risk of losing? I mean, in this case, you have to weigh. Which one do you want? Do you want Garrett or do you want Trubisky? Whichever one is on the top of your list, you grab with your number 1 pick. And then your number 12 pick, you get, what the other guy. So, you're probably right. Who do they put on top of their list? Is it Trubisky or is it Garrett? Because they've actually already got some outside linebackers. Last year they picked up, Ogba?
What are you saying?
They picked up Ogba last year in the draft. That's a pretty good outside linebacker. So, I don't know if they really need Garrett as bad as
the
everybody
Browns,
thinks.
they'll probably pick up Solomon Thomas at the first pick, though.
And then they could do that too. See?
I don't think they got anybody at DT.
Yeah. See, so there's all kinds of possibilities, and there's no way to know what they're gonna do. Cleveland's got so many options. They control the draft. That's what it's all about. And what they do.
I'm surprised everybody get Leonard Fournette though.
See, it depends on how you feel about Leonard Fournette if you're a GM. See, there's all kinds of things. Tell you what, Leo, we got to move, buddy. It seems like it's getting crowded in here. Appreciate you calling in, Leo. Catch you on Monday, Red and Gold Radio. How about that?
Niners!
You go. Leo, have a good night, buddy. All right, hey, Jack, bring it up on Jack, be quick. Jack, jump over that European stick. Jack.
Hey, Ronbo, give me a couple minutes, my man.
All right, no problem. Let's go to Tony out in Oakland. Tony down in Oakville.
Yo.
Tony, I haven't talked to Darius, man. You must. Good Lord, what is on your mind now? When Tony accumulates all these dairies, Tony, you go ahead and take it away, man. What's up?
I'm sorry, I was eating. Okay, so
Daylight saving time, it's messing everybody up. You were having dinner, weren't you?
yeah, pretty much. So it's okay.
Yeah. As long as you don't slurp any soup, you'll be okay.
So somebody said rate free agency from 1 to 10. I give it I don't know. I'm going to do a 7.5.
7.5. Tony, I lost your volume, man. Give me some more volume on that, man. I missed that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little better now. Go ahead.
Okay. Somebody said rate free agency on 1 to 10.
Yeah.
And I gave it a 7.5, not a clean 8 or a 7.
All right.
Because, I did like a lot of the pickups, especially like Pierre Garcon and Kyle Juszczyk, because we're definitely going to use them.
Yep.
I didn't like that Malcolm Smith contract. It wasn't the player. It was the contract. Did you see how much guaranteed money he got?
You know what? Please enlighten me. I've been scanning through a lot of things because I'm hearing a lot of bad things about Malcolm. I thought it was a good pickup, and I meant to mention that a minute ago. I thought it was a good pickup, and now people are telling me, nah, you didn't get anybody. What was the numbers?
I don't remember the exact numbers, but I know I think he's getting somewhere around $13 million guaranteed.
Uh-oh.
That's a lot for that type of player. And my thinking behind it is, I was looking at some of the other contracts too, and it appears that, they didn't really overpay a lot of players. I think they could have worked out some of the contracts better. I'm not sure that they valued the players at the right price. I mean, this is all just my opinion, but I saw something smart on Twitter that somebody said, and they said that you don't have to overpay. Bad teams don't have to overpay players. They choose to. So I'm not sure if we could have gotten somebody maybe at the of equal skill, but I just don't like the money we gave them.
Yeah, you know what, Tony? Some of those guys, when you look at Garcon and you look at even Hoyer, some of these, I think we got 3. Is there about 3 guys that come in and they know Kyle's football style? I think that was what got him paid as well. It's like any other job you go to. If you got experience, you don't have to come in at the ground level. They'll go ahead and put you up another level. I think that might have had something to do with it, Garcon got paid a lot just pretty much for that reason. But his contract is, people don't understand, it's not really a 4-year contract. It's really a 2-year contract. The cap hit is kind of hard, but it'll be the same thing as Anquan Bolden. They'll be able to renegotiate that contract in a couple of years if they want to keep him. Otherwise, it's their option. It's front-loaded. So, yeah, we'll see what happens on that one.
Yeah, I mean, even the only thing, though, is just the dead money hit. And dead money is dead money, unfortunately. So But I don't know. Maybe they see something in him that we don't. But the thing that gets me the most is the Raiders gave him a lesser contract, and I think they either benched him or cut him.
Oh, you're talking about Smith, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Smith was actually. Go ahead.
I'm not sure why you'd give him that contract, but I don't know. So we're going to see. I'm very. I still think. Well, the question I wanted to ask everybody here, even you, Ronbo, is: did we trade GMs? Do we now have a GM who can communicate well but doesn't know how to value players, as opposed to a GM that knows how to value players but doesn't communicate?
That's an interesting question.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting question. But then again, Trent was always at the end of the year. We ended up with no risk at all ever, and I don't know if that was actually it shows. And we're looking now at the result of that. You end up with a roster that's like dying, and I don't know that you got to run a little risk. Trent may have stepped up a little. I mean, maybe he was good at not spending or undervaluing or overvaluing. But then again, we end up with nothing. So I kind of like this better because, you got to roll the dice. You got to run risk on occasion. And you also got other evaluators around John. I don't know that he's really doing this all on his own. And you got Parag in there making him contracts and telling him what's cool, what's not cool. So I have a feeling this might work out okay. And just for that reason, because you're surrounded by a lot of guys that know exactly what they're doing. Do you agree with that or not?
Oh no, absolutely. He has Mayhew, and then he has Peters in the room with him.
Sure.
I just hope that he'll listen, and he has to learn on the fly. That, like I said, my biggest concern was when we hired him was from an executive point. He knows football. I believe he really knows football. But from the executive side of it, I just don't know that he has the experience. So I think he's around good people.
Fair question.
I think Adam Peters is going to help us nail the draft. And I think if anything is important, it is definitely the draft, because that's where you get your blue chippers.
Yep.
That's where you get your young talent.
Yep.
So if we nail that, I'm not going to be concerned about one bad contract. No.
Yeah.
But,
and you know what about him though, Malcolm? Smith had a good year last year. In fact, he's their leading tackler for the last 2 years. He's had over 100 tackles each year. And Raider fans, of course, are talking about him like he's just ass. And I say, but you know what, you guys, I said the same thing about Crabtree went over there. And now you guys are talking about Crabtree being the greatest receiver of all time. And so I'm saying, this guy comes into this system. He's got Robert Saleh, the guy he's worked with before. And they said he also had his man over in Oakland too, Norton Jr. I says, okay, you got me there, but still, he may still do a good job. We're not going to put him in coverage situations. His biggest problem is coverage, from what I understand. So we're going to see. If he's going to be a bear on stopping the run, I'm already in love with him.
We need that.
Badly.
We definitely need that.
Yeah, badly. Really
Especially
badly.
after last year.
I want guys that are lateral quickness and can bring a man down now, So I ain't mad at him. We'll give him a chance. And I think we're going to pick up another linebacker in the draft. We've already got, because we've lost, Hodges Jr. left us. I think he went to Kansas City. He's trying to get a job. And I would have liked to have him back. So we got Ray. We got, we just picked up Smith. And we got Navarro Bowman, and we don't know what Navarro's going to be like, if he's even going to be ready to play opening day. So if the first pick for the San Francisco 49ers 2017 draft, the second overall pick, envelope opens up, Reuben Foster, then we'll know. We will know. We're delighted, but what's wrong with Navarro? Is this, because all kind of speculation will go on then, right? Well, there was other people to pick up. Why did we pick up Reuben number 1? And I got a feeling that's where it's going. I ain't gonna be mad, but I love Navarro Bowman, man. Don't leave us, Navarro. Because if he says, I don't know about this Achilles, man. I tell you, I'm doing the best I can, y'all, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it back till December. It's a scary thing, Tony. Scary, man.
It is, and I just one final note. what I know about the Achilles injuries, I mean, T. Suggs over in Baltimore and Crabtree, they both came back same season with that Achilles injury. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
So to be completely honest, Ronbo, it is a soft tissue injury, which is a pain in the ass. But
Yeah.
I honestly don't. I think the first injury he got in Seattle
was
worse than this.
Way
so
worse.
I think he won't. I don't think he'll ever be the same linebacker. But even if we get Bo back at 80%, he's still better than
And that's what he was last time when he had all those tackles. You look at Elmer Dumerville. Oh, Elmer can't come back from that injury. He's out. So that's why I was worried. So we'll see. We're not hearing anything bad, so we're okay. All right, Tony.
I've heard nothing but. I've heard a lot of good news, to be honest. I mean,
have you? Because I've been looking.
Rehabbing just fine, but yeah.
All right, Tony. Glad to hear from you, man. Let me see you tomorrow night, okay?
Yeah, man.
All right. Let me look up here. Mark Lopez. What's up, Mark? He says if you had to pick one of the newest Niner acquisitions that had the best chance of making the Pro Bowl, which would it be? Come on, man. You know what? I was getting ready to say the Juice. I mean, Kyle that's the real deal. And next to him, of course, will be, it depends on how sharp Hoyer is, as long as he doesn't get injured. You suspect Garcon may make it as well. Riptide Dark, I like to trade down, get another second, like a somewhat low first for a second and someone else to get McCaffrey. Running back duo with Hyde, Juju Smith, and Mahomes. Let me see. All right. So Gregorio Lopez. Reason why I think we didn't get the big names is because of the money we don't want to overpay, which is probably, as I say, that's part of it. But as I say, some of the guys we're getting are actually, they fit a role, right? Panama Quinn. Gator's gonna get McCaffrey. Gators. I gotta check that one out. Little Snake Jerry. What about Desmond King in a second, Ronbo? Desmond King in a second. Would you spend it on? Maybe. See, that's the thing. I know the second. I'm still wrestling with the first round pick. I just don't know what Cleveland's gonna do, and then I'm gonna figure it out because first of all, you got to figure out what Cleveland's gonna do, and that'll help you figure out what the 49ers are probably gonna do. It's a hard roll to put. It's just tough, Trinity Young, what's up? This free agency's a 5 out of 10. We only signed 3 defensive players, and defense was our biggest downfall. Trinity Youngin. Defense was our biggest downfall. Agreed, but our offense was also just. You know what? If you had if there was a sucking contest, there would be. Man, that would be a close. That'd be almost a tie, man, because the defense was giving up runs and millions of points a game. Meanwhile, the offense, we had a half a game offense. They come out there and they just kick ass. Boom! We got a 49ers score within a half a minute. Second half, has anybody seen the 49ers? Crickets. Now the defense gets weak because they're out there all afternoon beyond the second half. Now they're trying to use their fingers because their arms are so tired, So, I just say, man, whatever, man. We just got to get some power on both sides of the ball. The defense, I got a feeling this year is not going to be that bad, though, because you got guys coming back from injury. You got Bo coming back from injury. You got Armstead coming back from injury. You've already added a couple players. The secondary is going to look better because the pass rush is already looking better. You're going from the 3-4 to the 4-3. I'm feeling good about that defense already. They're going to pick up a couple of players out of the draft and the offense.
Yeah.
I got a feeling the offense is going to. Jack, I see you ready to go, man. Well, go ahead, Jack. Come on in, man.
Okay, are you ready for this, Ronbo?
I'm always ready, Jack.
I give the free agency so far a fucking 9, baby.
Whoa. Go ahead.
14 new players, 11 recently, 3 before the free agency even started. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Trent Baalke is fucking looking as shocked as Danny Garcia after the Keith Thurman loss.
Jack, let me ask you, what do you think Trent's thinking right now? Is he sitting back on the sofa saying, I could have done that this year, but they didn't give me the opportunity?
He's thinking, God damn, you know what? Why didn't I do that? And at the same time, I shouldn't have saved Jed's bitch-ass money. I should have spent that motherfucker's money. Now look where I got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my boy from Jersey over there. As far as Terrell Pryor, I was kind of gutted that we didn't get him, and we paid slightly overpaid Pierre Garcon. I think we could have had him a little bit cheaper, but I think because Kyle really wants him, and his background and his story and everything is so amazing that he does deserve that. So, that's all good. I just don't want Rashard Robinson getting hurt because we know how he could get nicked up really easy against Goodwin during the practices. I don't want to be too crazy, because Goodwin's going to be burning him. He's got to press him. So, but, man, it's looking great. If we get any of these, even Chad Kelly later in the rounds, whoever we get, man, we got the right people to groom them. It's fantastic, man. I love it, dude.
I do, too.
I fucking love it. But you know what? All this blasphemous stuff about Joe Mixon. Oh my God! Oh wow! What? I mean, Herm Edwards especially on NFL, ESPN bashing him, and you know why Herm was bashing him? He's trying to save his fucking job when they asked him that question. I got 2 daughters, so he would be on my team. Oh, go Herm! Yeah, you know what? I say fuck all of you guys, even the ones that were on GM for Ronbo. Talking about I got a daughter too. Now, but I think Trez would agree. If a bitch came up to you and just slapped the shit out of you, initial reaction is to slap somebody back. He's an athlete. It's not right to hit women. But and then I get you 99.9% chance he won't ever do that again.
No, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
And you know what? I'm going to step in as a GM right fucking now for Ronbo, and I'm saying Mixon's coming to the San Francisco 49ers with our second-round pick, baby.
Remember, Jack, you heard it first. March the 12th, Jack made a prediction of Mixon being a 49er. Jack, you may have something because they're going to call him in and talk to him and see where his head's at. They just want to know, is he regretful? Has he learned from his mistake? And I'm pretty sure he has, actually, because, he wants to play. So you're probably right. You could be right.
Yeah, but Herm motherfucking Edwards, the one that had that rant on that loss after the press conference he had after that loss that one time, that was more fucking shocking than that fucking attack. Come on now. But listen, Kimberly Jones from NFL.com, the ones I told you last week, said that there's probably more than one, but there's definitely one team that has Jamal Adams ahead of Myles Garrett. Ooh. Now, there's a rumor going right now, Ronbo, that's the Cleveland Browns.
Jamal? Jamal?
Yeah, Jamal Adams. So
because they don't have anybody in the secondary that's.
But listen, you know what? I never said that I would be angry or upset if we got Myles Garrett.
True.
But I just said that Jamal Adams, I feel, is higher on my draft board. And so does the NFL team. And hopefully that is Cleveland. Well, I'm not hopefully. I would do one Jamal Adams. But if it is, fuck it. One of them two, fuck it. We got it, baby,
I'm telling you, because Cleveland's sitting out all kind of bullshit. You know what? I don't believe half the things they say because they're always high on Trubisky today. In the beginning, they were high on Garrett. And I could see them holding themselves. But I don't know the point because there's no benefit. You're number one. Why would you be lying? Jamal Adams makes sense with them. They don't have a killer in the secondary. They've got all kind of guys on that front line, and they got millions of picks. If the people are doing their homework, they'll be able to find monsters to come in and play defense on that front line. They got Ogba from last year. They're not hurting at the outside linebacker. So you're making sense. They are hurting in the secondary.
And let's hope that Adrian Peterson doesn't sign with the Hawks, who he's visiting right now, and he does go to Oakland. Because, man, I don't want to see AP. With the way we were tackling last year, I don't want to see AP resurrect his career in our division.
We got papers on AP. Remember that. AP does not have game when it comes to the 49ers. AP, from the beginning of his career, the 49ers beat his ass every game. AP ain't never had anywhere near 100 yards on the 49ers.
Yeah, but Ronbo, newsflash, that's when we had BY. Well, that's when Brian Young was playing, man. Come on, these guys are a little different. Hopefully, Eric Armstead's shoulder gets better, and he gets better at against the run.
Yeah.
So, but Earl Mitchell and Defoe got something to say about that.
That's right. You could scheme.
Ronald Blair as well.
Yeah.
So, let's leave it at that. And man, all these bitches that want to come around and fuck with these athletes, you know what I'm saying, when they know they're about to make these millions of dollars. You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck them hoes.
Are you?
And that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Get on the show.
Jesus, there you go. All right, Jack. Yeah, good day, man. Boy, Jack is a little hard on the women today, huh? But listen, you know what? I when I saw the film, it freaked me out because I can't imagine punching a woman all the way out like that. I mean, you could restrain her. I thought it, but you know what? It's like when you get slapped, it actually does send a mechanism flying off. Being punched has less effect than being slapped. There's something about a slap that can make you lose your mind. So, all right. But as I say, he was a kid, out of control, big star. Maybe felt like she had no business putting her hands in his face. You just don't know. When you're what was he, 18? So, okay. He would look good running behind with Carlos Hyde. Especially in this new running scheme they're going to run. Oh, my goodness. Ow. We got anything we want to address here? YMSA says my prediction is Fournette, and he has a reason why. He says we aren't getting a quarterback. They aren't worth it. He says we don't need defensive linemen. OLB. Okay, offensive lineman, I guess. Safety class is stacked. We can get one later. Fournette, generational back. He's all ours. According to YMCA, it's going to be Fournette. Is it? I got to tell you, the YMSA. I like Leonard, big and strong. I still do like McCaffrey better in this role because of the fact of his diversity. Fournette is just a train running over people, and in the NFL, you can get your ass whooped trying to run people over. So I'm thinking maybe get the evasive, quick back that reminds you of Devonta Freeman. Is that Devontae Freeman that can read them creases as he's running along. Read them. Boom, cut back. See, Fournette is not going to cut back. Fournette's going to run the man down in front of him, and that's going to get whoever has Reuben Foster is going to be, Reuben Foster's going to be licking his chops. Boy, you know I own your ass. Let him get a ball to you, Leonard. I'm telling you, man, I'm right here. It's because Reuben owns Fournette. See, that kind of worries me. If Reuben owns Fournette, there's a lot of NFL linebackers that might do the same. We'll see. Maybe they teach him some other things. All right. Who we got? I got Toby.
Ronbo.
Tell me, what are you thinking, man? How you like our picks,
hey, man?
We
don't have the worst receiving core in the NFL no more.
Ain't you delighted about that?
Happy about that.
Yes, indeed. I was worried about that.
I really wanted Garcon the whole time. Like if you guys go back and listen to the tape that we did, your shows, I wanted Garcon only because I remember a game when him and Richard Sherman were going at it, and like he was just letting them have it. He's a dog. I remember last year when we were speaking, we were saying how Torrey Smith didn't have enough dog in him.
Yeah.
And like that, like that translates to the whole team. I don't know. There's going to be more accountability. A lot of those players, apparently, Matt Hoyer and Juszczyk,
just call him Juice.
Teams wanted them, so they chose us over other teams. That's a good feeling right there. Still got that number 2 pick, but now we don't have the worst wide receiver core in the NFL no more. I'm really happy about that. We don't have a special teams. We don't have an all special teams unit anymore.
They're picking guys up though.
It's all good.
They're picking guys up.
It's all good, but man, I can't wait to see how Aaron Burbridge responds because he has that toughness too that John Lynch was talking about. Aaron Burbridge is a tough guy. I think I don't know. I'm just excited to see that wide receiver cornerback battle this year. We don't know where Ward's going to be. I do know that Brock hit Aldrick Robinson pretty hard when we played Atlanta this year. I want to see Brock get his last chance. I'm ready to move on from him, but I just want to see him because what I do like about Brock is, he's not scary. Like he's not scared. He's a tough guy. He gets burned a little bit too much, but we can see about that. And I don't know, man. Like I'm.
Toby lost
move
you.
up one spot and.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, I lost you for a second. Go ahead.
Okay, no, I was saying we can probably move up and get Myles Garrett. Like, depends on how they feel about him. But you got to remember, Jason Pierre-Paul didn't go number one. A lot of people don't go number one. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of smoke screen. But John Lynch, man, he just has that. He just doesn't look trustworthy to me. Like, not saying he's a bad guy, but he just looks like he'll prank you. Like if you,
God, yes.
You know what I mean, put your guard down.
I guarantee you, he's already been pranking.
Yeah, and so
He's
he's going to smoke about all these players and
Deshaun
stuff
Kaiser
like that. But
does it look like he loves Deshaun? Yeah. It looks like he loves Deshaun, right?
Yeah.
He ain't gonna pick up Deshaun.
Well, I mean, but he also looks like you can't believe anything he said. Like you don't know when he's lying, when he's not. So that's like damn. I mean, that's a good thing to have. And man, I'm glad that we have him as our GM right now. We have 14 free agent signings. Man, I think like that's most in the past 3 years or something like that. We haven't had that many total.
Really? I'm getting ready to take a total in the last 3 years.
And, and then so the reason why we might need a running back, because I believe in Carlos. I don't think it was his fault why he got hurt. I believe in him. He's a hog. He almost had 1,000-yard season. But when you run those outside zones, that's a lot of endurance because, you know what I mean? Like you're sprinting every play.
Mm-hmm.
Sprint.
Looking for that crease. Looking for that crease.
Now on the other side, and then you put your other guy in there. Bam.
Fresh.
Joe Mixon, whoever. I'm pretty sure, man, if Joe Mixon's mom or grandma was there that day,
he wouldn't have done that.
He wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so
everybody's scared of the grandma.
He deserves another chance, man. Like Peyton Manning got one, and you know what I mean. Like there's a few others that had the little thing. Brian Cushing had a little bit of trouble, but. That doesn't mean, like one sin is greater than the next sin.
Unless you're Alshon.
That being said, man, I'm just glad we don't have the weakest receiving core no more.
Yeah.
That number 2 pick, I like Mike Jones, but like when you watch him, he really doesn't get separation. What he does is he waits for the DB to turn his hips, and then Deshaun Watson throws it, and then he kind of does a swim move and kind of like blocks him out. Yeah. I just don't see that working consistently. I still say John Ross. You imagine John Ross, Pierre Garcon, Goodwin, blah, blah, blah. Man, come on, man. We want a receiver away from being dynamic.
How do you feel about Kareem Hunt?
Man, that's a steal. You can get him easily. Or even Zay Jones, number 34 pick, man.
And Zay, the Senior Bowl king. Exactly.
Yeah. Zay is really good at separation, and then you need those guys with that toughness, man. And I don't know. I'm just so excited. I just can't even wait, man. I'm about to piss my pants, man. Go Niners!
Don't do that. All right, Toby, you have a good night, man. But you can start wearing diapers with the baby.
Talk to y'all later.
All right, T. Well, let's see. Senor Ronbo. Good to see you on. Not so good day. Bye. Mr. Fang, are you having a bad day? Mr. Fang kills me. Mr. Fang's always got the 10 reasons. One day we got to get him on the phone and give us his 10 reason rundown. Or his 10. He picks out a subject matter. He gives you 10 reasons. And Jed York, check him out. Every now and then he posts them up, especially on the postings on the comment section. He loves working Jed York mostly, but he's had a few other subjects. But Jed York, look for his Jed York 10 whatevers. One of the most incredible things, and I would go over them, but it would take up a little too much time. Keep up the good work. Ian French, somebody draft Mike Hunt running back in the 5th round. You like Mike Hunt? There's so many running backs that could be had. Mike's good, though. I'm trying to think, would he do a good job in the outside zone? Because the outside zone is like Toby just mentioned, it's sort of an endurance. Your back has got to be strong. He's got to have physical endurance. He's got to be able to watch as that offensive line is pulling. He's got to be running along. He's been checking out. Where is the spot, man? Where is the spot? Come on, guys. Boom. He's got to hit that hole in seconds. I'm talking about seconds. He's got a split second. So it's going to be crazy to watch Carlos make that adjustment, too, because Carlos, the days of running over people are over. Carlos has got to watch the creases now, too, because in that zone block, as that outside zone is creased, there's going to be, there's going to be several holes, and they're going to be instantaneous. He's got to pick the right one to get them large games. Devontae became a master last year. Ow, he was awesome. Do we have a guy like that? And my boy Harris, if DeJuan was still with us, if he could just stop the fumbling, he is tailor-made for that offensive system. But okay, we already know. And you know who else? And I know why they didn't cut Michael Davis. Him too. Mike Davis has got that explosive ability that if he could just stop with the fumbling, he'd be awesome. And I don't even like Mike Davis. But I saw something in him last preseason that made me realize he could actually be good. Brunel Jacobs, honestly, all we have to do is focus on the offensive line. We need pass and run block to be successful on offense, or whoever is our quarterback, they will be under pressure a lot like last season. I still argue with people who complain about that offensive line because, as I say, Carlos Hyde, and everybody says Carlos did it on his own. No, he didn't. That offensive line actually did a pretty good job last year until they got hurt. It takes a little continuity and time. We had two incredibly strong rookies on that right side of that offensive line. They will have matured a little more this season, and if they get Trent Brown to get on a diet, there's nobody in the draft, and there's probably only 2 or 3 guys in the NFL that are going to actually have more upside than Trent Brown. The man is tailor-made. His arms are like tentacles. He's too tall. He's too strong. He will move people out the way. And then you also got Joshua Garnett. He was in his rookie year. He's going to look a lot better this year. Now, your problem is at the center with Daniel Kilgore. Can Kilgore be healthy enough to finally make it? I wish that we could have picked up Mangold, as a matter of fact, for center position. Joe Staley, he'll be motivated this year because he knows he's got a team behind him. Zane Bales gets no respect, but I'd move him for the center and then go ahead and get yourself a left guard and let's go, you know. I got no problem with the guys we got. Oh, TJ Serapin, he's the guy who is Traz is here, I believe, somewhere too. He wants to thanks. He gives me kudos, but when is Traz gonna be on? Traz, you're being summoned, birthday boy. By the way, it's Traz's birthday, so give him a happy birthday, please. Traz, come on in, man.
What's going on, Ronbo? How's it going?
She's going well, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm keeping them shades handy, man. It's even at nighttime. The future's looking bright, bro. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's looking real bright. I think we
I think that was
appreciate it, everybody. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. I sound a little I'm a little hungover, you know, from the celebration.
Still birthday party,
so.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. You got it right.
Yeah, I did so many shots last night, I tell you.
You can hear that record. Shots.
Yeah, that's what it was too. Shots. One after the other. But I think let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. If this is pertaining to you all's boy, Kirk Cousins.
I knew it'd come up today. We was trying to avoid that.
No. I just want to make a point. I want to make a quick point.
TJ's gonna love
it. If Cal has to have Kirk, and their plans not to get a quarterback in this draft, wait for Kirk next year.
Yeah.
I do see the offensive side looking similar to Atlanta now.
Yeah.
But what is the one piece that this offense is missing outside of that quarterback that mimics Atlanta?
Julio.
Will? You said Will?
Julio Jones.
Exactly. There you go.
Julio Jones.
Exactly. You hit it dead on the head. It's missing the Julio Jones. Mm-hmm. So you go in this draft and you go and get that big target, Mike Williams. Mm-hmm. You got to.
I agree.
And then you will have, because I think you need that big receiver also. You need that receiver, just that man child out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna go up and get that ball when it's at its highest point and make those plays, man.
Yep.
You just got to. You gotta have that. I looked at the pieces that he put together And I said, you know what, this thing is really mimicking Atlanta's offense.
Yeah.
But we don't have a Julio Jones.
And you know what? That's why you're right. I bet you Mike could be the number one. The 49ers number 2, it could be Mike. It's either him or Davis. One or the other. Because they both have they got Julio juice in them. So it's one or the other. You're right.
Yeah. So that's mainly my reference to Kirk Cousins. I wasn't about to bash Kirk no more. I'm done with the Kirk Cousins.
You got fans. You got fans that were supporting you, Trez. People are talking about, hey, Ronbo, you know what? Trez is right, man. We don't want no Cousins. And one guy laid out Cousins' interception rate, which was not good. And another guy said he's just plain sucks. People are coming up with all kind of reasons, but they're not giving him any credit for any of his positives. So I'm thinking, I don't know, man. Everybody makes a few mistakes as a quarterback.
Yeah, but he's not that guy. He's not a Matt Ryan. He's not a Matt Ryan. I don't care what anybody says.
But Matt's how many years?
Matt Ryan.
How many years has Matt been in the NFL?
Drew Brees.
How many years has Matt Ryan been in the NFL?
Matt's going, I think, his 9th season now. Ninth.
And Drew Brees has been in the league since we first discovered black pepper. So you see, I look at Cousins after 2 years. You get Kyle working on that boy. I got a feeling he has the potential to surpass, not Brees, but he could surpass Ryan.
I don't see it. I really don't. Ronbo.
I just look at his mechanics.
To me, he's just
fearless.
A quarterback, man, at best, like I said.
Yeah.
The dude said he had him in his top 10. I said top 10. Like, yeah, I think that was trade. But
they're going on stats.
I can't.
They're just going on stats.
Yeah, I can't. They're going on stats on numbers, right?
Yeah.
But I just can't. I can't. What I see and what translate on that football field, man.
Not stats.
He's the average quarterback in that little pack. That's about it, man. That's just about it.
You know what, though? I really... and he didn't blow me the way the first... He still doesn't blow me away. I just like him because of the fact that, as I say, Kyle likes him, and I just trust Kyle. But what I do think is you give that dude a running game, and he's not forced to make throws he doesn't need to make. Because I got a feeling Kirk's interception rate has a lot to do with him having to force throws. They had a running game. I got a feeling a lot of what we see going on in Atlanta would be going on in San Francisco. And that's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it could be, but we're going to wait and see. I mean, we this whole thing is going to unfold like the big picture, really, when the draft happens.
Yeah.
We're seeing bits and pieces of this puzzle coming together now that we're mimicking what Atlanta offense is going to look like. We want to be high-powered like that. We want to go down the field, have a big play, be explosive. And I think, we're missing that Julio Jones, man.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to fix the problems on defense. We got to address that. But that's the way I see it. And for those two guys that you had on yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah.
Doing the draft thing.
Yeah.
They said my boy, I can't pronounce his name, Malo Felonu, whatever his name,
Malo,
out of Connecticut.
Obi.
Yeah, Malo, yeah.
I just call him by his first name.
I can't believe they sit there and said when you don't know something about a player, it's okay to say, you know what, I'm not familiar with that player. Yeah. I haven't watched anything. They said he's a workout warrior.
He's an Olympian.
And that's about it.
Yeah, call him Olympian. We need football players. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you really look at this kid, man, this kid is a freak of nature, man, and his game film is incredible. This dude, he plays it all. So I couldn't understand what they were talking about. I was like, you hadn't seen any film on this kid if you sit there and said that. That's the part I didn't understand. I was like, hey, if you don't know, just say, hey, I don't know. I hadn't. Don't make an assumption about a player,
Trez, let me ask you.
A freak of nature, man.
I like this question here. It's from a person named Jamari. What do you think about Mike Oxlong?
We got outside interference. I can't hear. It's like something in the background, car or something.
What are you thinking about Mike Oxlong? OX Long. You seen him play?
No, I haven't seen him play. I don't know nothing about
I was hoping because I see somebody Mike Oxlong because I'm not familiar with Mike. And I hope he's not a quarterback because a lot of these quarterbacks are coming out of nowhere. And anyway, TJ, your biggest fan, says trades with the Jets gave them second this year and 2-3 rounds next year for their number 6 and Malik Hooker. TJ, where'd you get that deal? Nobody, you can't get Malik Hooker yet. The draft hasn't started.
Exactly, right.
Yeah, okay, that's a little confused on that one. Okay. Anyway.
But yeah, so I ain't gonna take up too much of time tonight. You know, I'm a little dry tonight. I'm a little, you know, birthday celebration.
I think Jack
I appreciate all the birthday shout outs to everybody. Shout out to Toby, Rick.
A big happy birthday
Jack,
from your boy Jack.
Tito, everybody, man. Yeah, Jack, thanks, man. Yeah.
Jack, was that what you wanted to do?
And, you and your boy, is it Courtney B. Vance? Share the same birthday, so you and Courtney have a great one. Courtney B. Vance, the actor.
There you go, Trez.
Okay.
Right.
One last thing I want to add really quick, Ronbo, is that what's his name? Kyle Shanahan has a knack for finding all these third round running backs. Devonta Freeman, Devonta Freeman, Alfred Morris, and undrafted free agent Arian Foster. So, running back ain't that big of a deal for him. He knows what he's doing.
Big plus. All right. All right, Jack.
Yeah, and
have some Moet, Trez. Have some Moet. Have a great day.
Boy. Appreciate it, Jack. What Jack was saying about old boy in that situation with him slapping that girl. You know, you was always taught, you know, male or female, never put your hands on someone if you don't expect to be hit back. And him being at the age he was, and when that incident happened, man, you know, I think it was a mistake by him. I think it was a pure reaction thing by him. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the bigger picture of it, he realizes his mistake and let the boy play football, man.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say.
And also it was a mistake by her because she got knocked the fuck out.
That's what those Trez was just emphasizing. You're taught from a child, don't put your hands on anybody if you don't expect them to hit your back, whether you're male or female. That's true.
Right. You taught that from day one. Yeah. Unless you don't expect to be hit back, don't put your hands on anybody because you already know what's coming. And that's anybody. So, but I
believe in anybody hitting a woman or any man hitting a woman.
Hitting a woman, right? You ain't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I think you know him being young like that, man, and that was an instinct thing that just took place. It just bam, bam, you know. And in hindsight, you know, if he had to play it all over again, man, it'd be much different. So,
true, but
let's give this young man a chance, man. Whether it's with our team or anybody else.
You know what's so sad though?
Deserve a second chance, man.
You know what's so sad though? The man number 8, what's his name? That knocked his lady out in the elevator.
You talking about Jones?
Ray Rice.
Ray can't get a job.
Ray Rice, yeah, he wasn't Jones. Yeah, it was Ray Rice.
Ray can't get a job selling popcorn in the NFL now. I mean, that's really. Wow. I kind of feel bad for him, but you know, Ray, God dang it, not in the elevator where everybody's filming.
Well,
so you know,
even in that situation right there, both of them was drunk. You know what I'm saying? They had to both be removed from the casino floor because of their actions. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that they was in a violent relationship altogether.
they probably fight like that at home all the time. Right. In fact, Ray's probably got laid out a couple of times. They just didn't film it.
It just didn't film it, right. It was caught this time. Yeah.
You're going to love the wife say, yeah, y'all didn't see how many times I laid his ass out. So all right,
fellas. Thanks again, man. Have a good one.
You too, Trez. All right, Jack, let me say good night to you because I got a few people that we got to get. Okay, buddy?
Good night. Happy birthday, Trez. Listen, make sure you get me Trez's number through my Hangouts, and I'm going to send him a ticket to come out over here.
Yeah, all right. Trez can do it. Trez, you got Jack. All right.
Jack, I done told you, man, Trump ain't going to let me back, man, if I come over there, man. I can't risk that.
Damn. Don't worry, I got some connections. Don't worry about it.
I figured as much. All right, guys. We got to move on. Let me talk to you guys tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo. Have a good one.
All right, and we go to Nighthawk. Who's gonna say?
What's up, Rambo?
I knew. I wanted to say it. Nighthawk, what's up?
Nothing, man. Same old stuff.
Well. That's what Nighthawk. It's not supposed to be the same old stuff. What are you thinking tonight, man?
What I'm thinking about I hope Peterson do not go to Seattle because I don't want him to go to Seattle.
Yeah. You know what? The Seahawks said he's asking for too much money. So if he ends up in Seattle, I will be surprised. So we'll see.
Yeah, and then Kaepernick have not found nobody yet. He's still unemployed.
That's true. Yeah. But that could change. You know, quarterbacks get called at different times. So, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, but about the people that picked, I like the 10 people that Shanahan picked. I mean, I like those free agents they picked up.
Who's your favorite?
They look good.
Who's your favorite one?
I mean, I can't name them. I like them all.
Yeah. All right. There you go. You like the quarterback? Are you a Brian Hoyer fan?
He's a good quarterback. Yeah, I don't mind him. He's good, but some people are saying that I went to NFL Network and they said that who did good in the free agent, and they said that he's not that good. He's okay, but I'm saying like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Well, you know. So, in that case, all right, hey, let's tell you what. Nighthawk, anything else?
Oh, that's it. Go Niners.
All right. Go Nighthawk. See you tomorrow, man. All right. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
All right. Go to Andrew. Andrew. Yo, Andrew, man. Yo, Andrew. Andrew, wake up, man.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, man. I was checking you out, man. What are you thinking, man? You appreciate what just happened to the 49ers last week? What's up?
Yeah, I was really hyped up when they signed Juice, man.
Yeah. Everybody is, man. That dude, that's the guy that goes to the Pro Bowl next year, no doubt about it. If we're gonna pick somebody right now who's going to the 49ers, for the 49ers going to Pro Bowl, him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I was liking that Marquise Goodwin right there. One of the fastest receivers in the NFL, maybe even the fastest, because he's been posting a lot that he's faster than what he was in his 40-yard dash, and he could beat that.
He could beat John Ross. Yeah, he told everybody that, and he said he'll take him on right now. He's got that WWE in him. I like that. And he told Rashard Robinson, and him and Rashard are going back and forth on Twitter like crazy, and they're on the same team, and they're talking like, yeah, and Rashard, I'll see you in OTA. I'll see you in OTAs, bro. So what the hell's going on with Rashard Robinson and Marquise Goodwin? Go ahead.
I was watching the press conference too, and I noticed a little something sneaky going between Pierre Garcon and Marquise Goodwin. They had that little smirk on their face, like Shanahan's got something planned out for them.
Oh, definitely. They got roles to play. Both of them will have big roles to play. You know, so yeah.
Yeah.
A lot is
especially
expected.
Marquise, he seemed like happy and like he had like that, that evil smile that Logan gives.
Yeah.
He had like a little smile going on.
Well, Andrew, think about it this way, man. You come to talk to Kyle Shanahan, and he says, you're going to take the same place on this team as Taylor Gabriel last year. He's talking to Marquise Goodwin. And Pierre, you know who you were going to be, man. Let's go out there and get to that Super Bowl as soon as we can. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting.
I like the little post you mentioned about how we're only missing our Julio Jones. And out of the draft,
yeah,
I'm thinking Mike Williams is going to be our Julio Jones.
Could be the number one. It could be the 49ers' first pick. And the nice thing about it, if Cleveland goes crazy and they pick Mike up on the first pick, then we still got Corey Davis. There's still two options. But what Trez just said kind of makes sense. They might go Mike or Corey for the number 2 pick. I can see it coming now. Really can see it coming. Might bet on it.
That's what I like about this draft. We got a lot of options at receiver.
Yeah.
This year might not be the quarterback year, but it's definitely a receiving and running back year.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, that's right. There's running backs and receivers, there's a lot of them. And defense. Defense is all over the place, too. You can pick up a great defender in round 3 really easily.
I was thinking about Myles Garrett, but I feel like he wouldn't be honest with, I would feel like he wouldn't play his fullest with us because about that little thing he was about the Cowboys. he might say it's a joke, but he most likely he probably meant that.
No, he was kidding. I don't know why he made that. Well, you know what? He grew up in Texas. He went to school in Texas. Yep. The Cowboys is just a natural.
I was watching.
Go ahead.
Because I was watching the Combine, his interview in the Combine, and he kept talking a lot about the Cowboys, and I kept wanting to go there.
Was he? Was he talking about the Cowboys?
Yeah,
in the Combine?
Yeah. He was talking about how he's thinking he's gonna get picked up by the Browns and get traded to the Cowboys.
And
then when they asked him what he thought about the Niners, he didn't really say anything. He didn't really have nothing to say. He stayed quiet.
Yeah. You know what? If he comes to San Francisco and plays that game about I ain't gonna play until you guys trade me to the Cowboys, he could ruin himself in the NFL. You can't come in as a rookie and be a complete jerk. So you know what I mean? He's up with the 49ers. And he's also said that I'll play hard for any one of my teams. I'm just kidding. He said, I do know one thing from Myles Garrett, from some of the other tapes from at Texas, or I've seen some tape of him. He is a clown, though. This is that practical joker, like when you come in the locker room and you reach in your locker, he'd have like a bowl of something weird laying in your locker, man. This dude is crazy, man. So I think he's having fun with this. And he may not be serious.
His athleticism, though. He's like very athletic and all that stuff. I think he shows a lot of potential, man. He could be our Alden Smith if he really wants to play good for our team.
Yeah, maybe better than Alden Smith, actually. From what I understand.
He's strong, man.
Yeah.
He's like Alden Smith could have been a legend, man, but he made his choices, and that's where he messed up at.
Right. You check him out on TV? You check him out on that tape yesterday? As he was walking down the street with the reporters following? You got to see that. Alden Smith leaves the police station after he just got through running into a police car. You got to see that, man. It is hilarious. Alden is so high. Alden was higher than any Georgia pine. Oh, he was high. It was hilarious. Sad, but hilarious.
I remember he had like a little beef with Kaepernick, but I forgot what that was about. I think it was about a girl or something like that.
No, well, you'd be right. It was definitely about a girl, yeah. But that's history. That was the beginning of the end for Alden, though. He was seeming like he was going to straighten up. And then that little incident broke out. Alden was never the same after that. So, yeah, that might have been it. Andrew, we got to go, man. Come on back, Andrew. Come on back. Right, Red Gold Radio, bro. All right?
All right, then later, Ronbo.
All right, Andrew. Have a good night, man. We go to Greg. Greg.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Greg. What's up, man?
What's up? Not just here. Just wanting to talk about Kirk Cousins because someone said that he's not the potential of Matt Ryan, which I know we haven't got him. I don't think we're actually going to get him this year, but, just wanting to back him up because I know you believe him in too.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely wanting him, yeah. He might, and it's not over yet. We could hear his name being mentioned on draft night as the owner's going to finally come to his senses and say, what am I going to pay this guy $24 million so he can leave me next year? I mean, I hate Kyle because the owner hates Kyle. I hate Kyle, but I don't hate him $24 million worth. So he's going to tell Kyle to kiss off. Take this son of a bitch. I don't care. Eventually, I think it's going to come to that. So we'll see.
Can you guys hear me? So anyways, what I wanted to say was, so Matt Ryan was pretty much just he's a franchise quarterback, but wasn't really like one of the top an elite quarterback until pretty much this year because his MVP season and the time when he had Julio Jones, Tony Gonzalez, and Roddy White, which is pretty much he had those weapons. Kirk Cousins had those weapons. Kirk Cousins barely has 2 full seasons as a starter. Yep. Matt Ryan, how many years has he been in the league?
9 years. That's the point I was just making a minute ago. 9 years. And he did not go to the playoffs in his first season as a starter.
Exactly. So that's one point. And I also commented on the live chat that I don't think we got the free agents, big free agent signings because we don't want to give up that much money. By the way, that was me, Gregorio Lopez.
Oh, okay.
On the live chat. That's another thing why I think we haven't got the big free agents. Besides, I don't really think we need the big free agent names right now. We're doing pretty good with what we're picking up. The Niner Nation's pretty happy with what we've gotten. We haven't overspent. I think so in free agency. We're we're saving. I think we're saving up for in the future for a future quarterback. You know, like a Kirk Cousins or kind of have this ride it out this first year and see what else we need at the end of the year.
Yeah, and it's a feel-out year. The 49ers will pretty much know exactly what they need next year. It is important, though, to grab that big-time receiver. You get these guys now, and by the third year, the 49ers could end up in the Super Bowl, and who knows? That could lead to back-to-back because a lot of these guys we got on the team now are reaching maturity, and as far as defense especially, because by the time Eric Armstead and DeForest Buckner and Ronnie Blair and some of those guys, 2 or 3 years ago, those guys are going to be really well established. So the defense, I don't see the defense struggling a whole lot between now and then. So, and you got Rashard Robinson in the secondary. He's going to be getting sharpened up because he's going to have Marquise Goodwin working his butt every day on the other side. Now, the question is, our other defensive back, who's that going to be? Because it seems like something all up in the air right now. So you got a few things to address.
Well, I mean, having the number 2 overall pick and with the free agents that we got, I think we got a little bit more clear for draft day, well, at least the front office did. Mm-hmm. And I think it's either going to be a corner or a safety. You know, I changed my mind on the Reuben Foster thing, especially with what he did. May not be a big deal, but it ain't something that they're going to get him at number 2, especially when they got Malcolm Smith. I mean, I think he's still a good player, you know, but I honestly think they're going to get out like a franchise safety or franchise corner to help that defense out. And then next year,
see, now you put us in the market. We're going to be like, it's like Jack keeps talking about, they're going to pick up Jamal Adams. And, you know, it could be. Wouldn't that be amazing?
I actually want him. He looks like he's a good leader, very outspoken, you know, so.
Could be.
We need another leader like Navarro Bowman type. He's I heard he's very he likes to pick people up a lot. You know?
You talk about Jamal, right? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be. Because leadership qualities in a college player, I don't see that until after about a year or two, and see that kind of thing develop. It'd be interesting to see though, because in college.
No, yeah, I'm not talking about like the first year. You know, rookies always come in and they're observing all the other veterans, but he's gonna that time when Navarro Bowman's starting to either hopefully he doesn't get injured again in the future, but he's gonna be that guy that takes over. I think, you know.
You know what's so funny though? We're talking about leaders and guys coming out of school looking like they're already alpha dogs. Yesterday we had on Red Gold GM a guy said Ben Bolaware out of Clemson, that outrageously crazy linebacker. I would take Ben. If we could get him in the 4th or 5th round, because we got 2 picks in the 4th round, I'd take Ben Bolaware. He's a good football player, and mentally, he is NFL. I do like him. So, see about that, too, as far as linebackers go. Because it's going to be, competition is going to be hard.
But I trust John Lynch, Adam Peters, you know, Kyle Shanahan. I'm excited. I'm excited for the draft. Excited for next season. Yeah. Things are looking up. Niner Nation's excited.
Yeah.
To see what's going to happen.
Hey, did you check out this?
And I'm happy with Brian Hoyer, by the way. We haven't talked much of Brian Hoyer, but I'm happy with Brian Hoyer for now.
Yeah.
You know, he's excited, and who cares if we don't get Kirk Cousins or another quarterback this season? Yeah. Matt Barkley's also another young, good quarterback that he has potential. Yeah. He's going to be a good backup if it's just those 2 quarterbacks.
Sure.
They get another quarterback in the draft, like around the 3rd round or on. But next year is when there's going to be so many free agent quarterbacks and also good draft on quarterback-wise.
Yeah, all right. There you go. Taryn's got a question that's interesting. If you would trade a 5th rounder for Michael Kendricks.
I don't even know who Michael Kendricks is, so that's going to be on you.
Tell you what, I'm going to address that question also to the chat as well. And I want to ask you before you go though. Matthew Barkley has a choice of numbers between 5, 7, and 9. Were you involved in that voting yesterday by any chance?
No, I wasn't. But I thought Bradley Pinion has 5.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. 21% of people want to give him number 5, and 20% say give him number 9. 47% said give him number 7. So I found that interesting for a lot of reasons.
He can't get number 2, or wait, were Brian Hoyer's number 2?
Well, no, Matt was Matt was number 7 while he's back at USC. That's the significance of number 7, is where he plays his greatest football, right? So he says, guys, what number should I ask for? 5, 7, or 9? And I would think 7.
Who cares if Kaepernick has?
See, that's a weird thing about it.
I mean, it's not like it's a Steve Young or Joe Montana.
Because somebody said something about number 8. Yeah, number 8 was in there for a while, but they got rid of that because they said it was blasphemy. So yeah, interesting stuff. And Pinion is another thing. I don't understand. Pinion's name is eligible. Would they take Bradley's number and say, Bradley, you got to switch numbers? So I guess quarterbacks get priority. I guess so. I don't know. It's kind of funny to watch the reaction. I did not expect that.
What do you think about that new kicker that we got? I haven't. Is he the one that was with the Giants, the one that had that scandal, or no?
No. This guy you're talking about Gould, and Gould is from Chicago. Listen, I'll tell you something funny about Gould, real quick. Gould is a guy. The reason why we won the year before last. Remember that game that we won in overtime? That was Robbie Gould.
Yeah. Oh, he missed it.
Yeah, he's the one who missed it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that.
The hot weather, he said he doesn't miss the cold weather over there.
Yeah, see, so yeah, he doesn't miss the cold. Yeah, so yeah, so I'm hoping, but he didn't have a bad season last year. He didn't miss one field goal. But what kills me is Robbie missed 3 extra points. Ouch. Yeah, okay, maybe he'll be okay. Yeah, with kickers, you just got hope because Phil Dawson would never do that to us. But he had a little problem last season at the end, kind of scary. Greg, we gotta go, man.
I'm hoping that Phil. Okay, you go for it.
All right, bro. See you tomorrow, huh? All right. Omar.
Okay, bye.
All right. Good night. Omar.
Oh, what's up, Ronbo?
Omar.
What's up, brother? What you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm just kicking back, man, and taking it all in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's fun today while talking football. It'll be fun being a 49er fan now between now and the beginning of the season because it's all looking good. There's no darkness anymore.
I had a question. So if we have Navarro Bowman playing linebacker, who's going to be playing linebacker next to him? Is it going to be Malcolm Smith or is it going to be Ray Armstrong?
Oh, Ray's definitely going to keep. Okay, I got a feeling Malcolm's going to be in on situational plays. He'll be a man that comes out of a package. Malcolm is a beast when it comes to the run. Hot pursuit.
Yeah, he could stop the run for sure. That's what I was saying. Ray can't stop the run as good as Malcolm.
But Ray can cover. Oh, Ray can cover. So you have Ray on coverage. The question is there going to be, who's going to be that third, since we're going to be in the 43, who's going to be that other guy? You know, because you don't necessarily have to use by description an inside linebacker. You could also have Eli Harold over there as well. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the Leo and the Mike. And these designations in the 4-3, they start getting a little shifty. So we're going to see what happens.
I seen that we also signed Don Jones from the Dolphins recently also.
Yeah, now he's going to be he's mostly special teams.
As an edge rusher, I believe.
Yeah, he's probably going to end up playing. He's probably going to end up playing special teams because Aaron Lynch is going to take on a new role too. You know the role that Michael Bennett plays for the Seahawks. They're trying to figure out, do they want to put either Eric or Defoe in that position? Because they say you don't need to be a smaller guy to play that position. You could be a big guy. So one of our guys, one of the trees is going to be in there. You know, or would it be Aaron Lynch? Because your best pass rusher is supposed to be playing that part. So that comes down to who's the 49ers' best pass rusher. These things got to be determined later.
Who has the most attitude? The attitude to be a Michael Bennett would be DeForest Buckner.
You think so?
The attitude, I think, to be Michael Bennett.
Yeah. It could be interesting.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, hey Ronbo, so let's say we have Jimmy Ward at the safety position. Antoine Bethea is gone. So who's going to be over there at the safety position with Jimmy Ward or with Kwaski Tart? One of those two.
Yeah, you're going to put Jimmy because in the 43, the system we're going to be running, somebody's going to be playing center field. Jimmy's going to be out there. He's going to be on an island all by himself back there. He's that guy that's going to be able to, he's going to have to draw on throws and be quick about it and stop things. Whereas you're going to have a guy sitting in the box playing the Cam Chancellor role. That's where you wonder, is it going to be Kwaski T or is it going to be Eric R? That doesn't have, Kwaski T sounds scary. Eric R does not know. Eric Reed, is he going to be sitting in the box or is it going to be Kwaski T? That's the thing that's going to have to be determined. Or they're going to bring in, could they possibly be thinking to bring in another henchman? Who knows who that would be? So, there's a lot to think about.
You never know, especially in John Lynch, especially in the Kyle Shanahan system. The offense and the defense just moves so fast. Like when he had Vic Beasley running that defense down there, and he had those two linebackers running that defense, their defense just moves so fast. And that's how I hope our defense moves,
Yes, lateral quick. I love it. Guys try to run sideline to sideline, and our dudes are all over them. But you know what? Remember the Rams game last year? Our defensive pursuit was like that. Remember every time, man, I felt so sorry for the Rams trying to run. The 49ers was all over that ass. They tried to hit the sidelines. Even Big Buck was down there.
Do nothing.
Yeah,
They couldn't do nothing, yeah.
So the athleticism is there. I don't know what happened after game one, but they can do that stuff.
That was when that's when we were playing Case Keenum as quarterback, right? They had Case Keenum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had no run game, and they got one of the best. Well, they used to have one of the best running backs in the game last year, and we shut him down too. So 49ers. I don't know what in the world happened game two. It's just a strange thing.
We need to stop that. That is, if anything, that run should be stopping the run and having the offensive line, I think, should be number one on our list. That should be everything that we should. Look at the Cowboys. They have a line, offensive line, nobody can get through,
I know.
Look at Ezekiel Elliott just making all those plays and just cutting through every small crease and corner that he finds.
And look at Dak comes in as a rookie and he's in the running for MVP nominations. What? It's all about that offensive
and he has
line.
So much time.
Oh, yeah, all day to throw. All day. And he got Des Bryant out there. Man. And also they got a couple other good wide receivers as well. But
yeah, man. I'm just hoping our defense shapes up like the Falcons defense, fast, and young and hungry and wanted to go out there and win a championship.
I don't know, but the Falcon defense, more like the Hawks defense. The Falcon defense pissed me off in the Super Bowl. They just turned to water. How do you give up a 21-point lead? In one quarter and a half, you give up 21 points. And what does the coach say? Well, they got tired. Oh, coach. You could have said anything but that. They didn't even get any work in the first half. Why were they so tired in the second half? So, let us be better than the Falcon defense, and then I'll be okay.
Well, at least for the first.
The first half, they were good.
Defense, the one they had for the first two quarters.
Yeah. They were good. Of course, the offense was kicking ass in the first half to the point. What they're saying now is it was Matt Ryan got scared in the second half, and he was waiting for his receivers to uncover. Matt Ryan's at his best. He's throwing receivers open. They say somehow all of a sudden he didn't trust his receivers. And that's how come. He's waiting for him to uncover things that he ordinarily didn't do because they should have scored 40 points. The Patriots defense was sucking in this, and all of a sudden they were good in the second half. It made no sense. So, God, that bothers me.
He's seen Dante Hightower on that corner, bending in, trying to take his head off every time. He got scared. Oh, that's for sure.
And that was his fault because he should have been getting rid of the ball. They also showed on the film he had guys open. For some reason, he froze up. And Matty Ice can't even explain it. But he had guys open, and that's the only reason why they sacked him. He had no business getting sacked. So it's just a mystery.
Lost focus.
He got paid. I think he got paid. Because you know how the Patriots are, man. There's always a scandal. Some dude snuck in the locker room.
Yeah, you know those.
You know?
They find the win, they'll win. Hey, Ronbo, man, it was good talking to you, man. I always love talking to you, man.
Hey, man. Same here, man. Come on back tomorrow. I want to be back on the radio tomorrow, man. All right?
For sure. I'll see you tomorrow, brother.
All right, bro. All right. And with that said, guess what? And let me check out just a couple of questions, see what's going on here. A couple of statements to me. There's Mr. Fang 333333333. Funny thought. Remember when everybody said no one wants to come to San Fran? I know, huh? Now we got Kirk saying this year or next year I'm gonna be a 49er. I'm gonna be a 49er. He will. And then Ken Excelsior, no quarterbacks this year. Seems like a franchise quarterback. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. But you know, they said that last year. And Jordan Parent says, would you rather us take Jamal Adams or Jabril Peppers at number? Oh, what a question. See, because I became a Jabril Peppers fan in the combine, but like Terrence was saying yesterday, and Mike was saying, we like football players, but you know, Jabril is both. I don't have any money on me, right? I'd cost a toy. To me, it's a toss-up. 49er Mamba. Here's your order. The Niners' first 3 picks. Second round pick, Mike Williams. You ain't gonna get no Mike Williams in the second round pick. You mean second overall pick. Second round pick is Mike Williams. I think the wide receiver, second round pick, 24th overall, Marshawn Lattimore in the second round. You can get no Marshawn Lattimore in the second round. I like your optimism, though. I wish he was available. Third round, Reuben Foster. Reuben Foster in the third round. It would be a dream come true. If we get to top of the order, we would actually get Reuben unless Cleveland say, oh, hell no, we ain't leaving Reuben Foster for the 49ers. That could be the thing. Myles Garrett and the rest is icing. Well, I like you. Well, I tell you what I like. Mama, I love your picks, though, man. You can't lose. Jose Madrigal says, what's your thought on a sleeper quarterback who we can get in the middle of the draft? Should I say Deshaun? I know who I'd like to have in the third round if he was a sleeper quarterback. Give me that Mrs. Mahomes baby boy. Get me some Patrick. Take it. Let me get the rest of that question. Just a little bit more on that question here. If we're going to get Cousins, it wouldn't hurt to draft a guy for the future. Even getting Cousins next year, that's always a good idea. You never know when your quarterback's going to go down to severe injury. Look what happened in Dallas. Anyway, tell you what I'm going to do. Terrence says, yeah, at ND, he played defensive end and also when he transferred to South Florida. Let's talk about Kendricks. I tell you what, there's a lot of stuff there, huh? Keep the chat going. I tell you what, also, remember, I'm going to be on the 24/7 chat. Ronbo Sports, check me out. I'll be over there. What we do is, we run for 24 hours. I'm making it as a meeting place. Come on over and we'll get, just because I love the way these things set up. We're going live. Come on over. You'll check it out. You'll see what I call it. The show is called Rewind. And as you catch me running around in there all the time, because I come back to check all the time. I love to get into it. Here, tell you something else too. You know what? Help me with them nasty. You know what? Raider fans come over there every now and then. Hawks fans come in there because they know people are watching this I didn't even know about. I'm in there sometimes arguing and fighting by myself to 49er fans. And we got Lieutenant Dan comes in, a few other people come in, and we be battling them bitches all night long. Anyway, setting that up just for that reason. Come on over. The name of the show is Rewind, and I'm gonna be hanging out there a little later on because I like to go in there and check out. Listen, I should say, Rewind is also if you missed the Red and Gold Radio Show. I run those episodes back that you may have missed, and you can come and join us on Mondays, Tuesdays. We take Wednesday off unless we tell you otherwise. Thursday and Friday, we're back at it. So we're talking 49er football! 49er football all the time. We don't ever get tired of talking about 49er football. Oh, I can't get enough. I'm getting overly excited now. Wait till the season starts. I'm going to be out of control. Don't let us win game 1 through 4. I'm going to have to ask you to come do the program. I can't even do it, man. Because I can just see myself now, man. I'm just beating myself in the head, hollering and screaming and singing. They thought we wasn't going to be no one good this year. I said we was going to 7. Don't let's win 7 games. I said 7-9. We won 6 in a row. We're going to the playoffs, fam. I've got to calm down. Anyways, we ain't got the season started yet. I've already lost my mind. Listen, you have a good night. See you on Red and Gold Radio tomorrow. Niners!